What's up, everybody? I know it's the middle of the day here on a Wednesday at lunch. I don't know why I always go live at this time. Used to I'd go live in the evenings and everybody be hopping on because everybody's off work. But now I go live during the day because in the evenings I'm chilling. I'm chilling all day, but I guess this is when I'm most bored because no one's here and everyone's at work. So if I find myself consuming more than I'm creating, I get kind of anxious. I'm like, man, I gotta put something out there. We have to create more than we consume. And I wanted to talk to you guys about this today. And the biggest thing I see is people afraid to try, afraid to go for it. And it's just self-limiting beliefs. And I know where they come from. They come from our programming, they come from our past, they come from people who we associated with that may not be living the lifestyle that we want. So we just think that's normal. We conform. We naturally tend to conform to the people around us. And it's not that you don't have courage to do something different. It's not that you're afraid to try. It's just that you don't believe that you could do it. And that's the difference in all of it. And some people believe so much. They're so convicted in the fact that it's going to happen, that they expect it to happen, and that's why it happens. The only people that don't accomplish what they're setting out to accomplish is they don't believe it enough, so they settle for less because either their standards are too low, their self-image is congruent wherever they're at in life, so they're not uncomfortable with being there, so they're complacent, and they have no sense of urgency to get to a different place. That's why you hear so many times, and I've experienced this myself, where someone's at rock bottom or their back's against the wall and they have such an emotional shift that it causes them to launch, into a different place of life. But if you're comfortable, it's a disease. It's like it will take over your life. Oh, I'm comfortable, so I'm not going to try. I'm just going to watch this episode of this, or I'm going to chill out, or I'm going to do whatever. But when you are not living congruent to where your standards are set and you're like, no, this is not who I am. This is where I'm supposed to be. And I believe so much that I have such a, you know, gut burning desire to get to this point in my life that I'm not going to settle for anything less. And the clarity of vision is so strong, it will pull you through any adversity to get to that point in your life. But even more so, you have to believe it so much so that there's no one who could convince you otherwise. That not only that it's possible to end up at this so-called destination, but that you are going to be there. It's almost like you're already there in your mind, and you have to know it. And that's the biggest thing. I'll put in the caption. Oh, I can't see it anymore. I forgot what I put in the caption. But it's just a matter of belief. But you have to get around people. The easiest way that I think that to believe something is possible is to get around people who are already doing it. And there are models. There are models. I'm a part of a business model like this to where you have mentors who are living the lifestyle that you want to live. They're earning the amount of money that you want to make, and they have a vested interest in their team's success or someone's success. So when you think in life, okay, like how can I make X number of dollars? Should you take advice from someone who's not making that much money? Or because here's people in life in general. There's people that make a lot of money and have no time. There's people that have a lot of time, make no money. There's people that have no time or any money, and there's people that have time and money. When I say lifestyle, that's what I mean. They have income coming in, they have money, they also have the time to enjoy it. If you wanted that life, I'm just giving you an example because not everybody wants that. Some people are just content with the way they live their life. But if let's just say, for an example, that you wanted time and money together, would you take the advice of someone who doesn't have that? Would you listen to them? Would you learn from them about how to accomplish it? And this is why I have such a problem with like school and I mean college. It's like you can't go to a college professor, let's say a business professor who's making $60,000 a year sitting behind a desk and have them teach you how to make $1 million a year. It's not possible. If they knew how to make $1 million a year, they'd be making $1 million a year. So they can tell you how they think it's to do it, but they don't have really any authority to speak on that because they're not doing it themselves, in my opinion. This is my opinion. So if you want to increase the belief, because I believe belief is the number one determining factor on whether or not you succeed in something. It is your belief. It's spiritual. It's your desire to get it done, but it's also the belief that you can do it. And those beliefs are subconscious. Self-limiting beliefs go back all the way to your childhood, how you were programmed, who you've let program your mind, what you've listened to, what you've watched, what you've read, who you've associated with, and all that determines your programming, which is your paradigm, and it determines how you think, and which will determine how you feel, your philosophy, how you perceive life, your emotions, what you expect, which will lead to the actions that you take, which will ultimately lead to the results that you have. So, with all that being said, how you're being programmed, who you're listening to, the people that you're associating with the most, what you're inputting into your mind, your inner world is what's going to determine your outer world. So if you say, okay, this is the life that I want, which that's up to you. I don't know what you want. But if you're saying, this is the life that I want to live here, I want, like I said, as an example, I want time. I want to be able to provide for my family, but I also want the time to spend with them. Okay. So you need time and money. Well, I know one thing for sure is you can't trade one for the other and have both. So I've used that example before. So I can't trade this coin for these AirPods. I can't trade one for the other, but then have both because you're trading one for the other. So you got to have a way that you can earn income and also have time. So you can't trade your time for the money. Does that make sense? There's thousands, infinite ways to create time and money. There's infinite ways. But the most important thing you need to do is find someone who's doing it and just get their mentorship. Have a mentor who's done it, which will increase your belief substantially because you see that it's already being done. You're witnessing it. It's very easy to believe in something when you see it right in front of your face. There's no doubt. There's no room for doubt. So once you see that it's already being done, your belief is extremely high. And then they say, hey, Justin, I have a vested interest in your success because I'll win by helping you win. So I'm going to give you all the knowledge, all my expertise, all my guidance and support throughout this process to help you win as well. So now not only do you have the belief that it can happen, you have the mentorship to guide you through that process. You have someone to learn from and help you grow to become the person who can reach these goals and this vision that you have in front of you. Ultimately, that's all it takes. So, like right now, okay, so I'll just be completely transparent with you. I'm so amped up about this month right now because we have a company promo that is unlike anything I've ever seen. I can't even I can't even say it or type it online or without being I don't want to not be compliant with I don't want to entice say things or claim that you make certain amount of money to where it's violates any kind of rules or anything. So I don't even know what to say. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what to say because I don't want to say the wrong thing. All I know is this: if you're a leader, and listen to me very closely here, because I know a lot of leaders and I've been connected with a lot of leaders in years past. And over the last 10 years, the last decade of being in entrepreneurship, two different companies, I've met, learned from, and grown alongside many leaders. If you're a leader and you're listening to my voice right now, oh my gosh, I don't know how to say this. We need to talk for just give me 5 minutes on the phone. Give me 5 minutes and let me just tell you what's going on. you won't be able to sleep. You won't be able to sleep at night. I can't. I wake up. I wake up every morning when it's still dark outside, with nothing to do, no boss, no set out agenda for the day. I'm just so fired up about life and what's possible and what's going to happen that I cannot sleep. I find myself laying in bed, like bouncing my knee like I'm doing right now under the table, just like ready to go, because I'm so amped up what's at my fingertips and who I'm able to help and how I'm able to, impact the people around me. But I also understand that there's a disconnect of it, like the educational process of even what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, that I just want to like just I wish I just want to grab everyone and just shake them and be like, "Do you understand like what's at stake here?" Even people on my team, like, do you realize how much money you can earn this month in 1 month with like, I mean, I could take anybody, like, yeah, I could take any one of you. If you message me and say, "All right, show me what you're talking about," and can tell you exactly A, B, C, D, like, this is what we do, and you could put X number of dollars in your bank account by the end of the month, change your Christmas, change your family's holiday season, set you up 2023, get you a business foundation set, and like launch you into an entrepreneur journey that you've never even imagined, with a scalability factor that you've never seen, being able to leverage your time, um, create residual income. But I mean, I'm talking about cash in hand right now. Like, we get paid daily. Oh man, I don't even know how to say it. I don't know how to say it. This is what I will just say. Just know whatever it is that that you want to accomplish, it's already being done by someone. Find that someone, get their advice, get their guidance and support, mentorship, and go make it happen. If you want it. If you don't want it to happen, you're not gonna do. If you don't want it to happen, you're not gonna do it anyway. If you don't have the desire, doesn't matter. This business entrepreneurship is 95% spiritual, 5% physical, meaning 95% the desire, the want to, the need, the your mindset, your standards, your self image, your personal development, how you think, what you're thinking about, um, the level of conviction you have to reach the level of success that you're wanting to reach. The how to part, like, here's what you do, here's how you do it, it's 5% of the deal. An 8-year-old could do it, a 10-year-old could do it. But you don't know what you don't know. And that's the thing. You can't be watching me on here, seeing me talk for over 8 years now, knowing Justin hasn't had a job in 8 years. He sits at home, he does what he wants, he travels all over the world. I leave tomorrow for Las Vegas. The UFC is this weekend in Vegas, which I will not be attending live. Unfortunately, we had plans. God, I'm so mad about that, but we'll be there. Hopefully, we'll run into some people at the after party or something. Going to a Motley Crue concert at the Raider Stadium. Doing that one day when we're there, spending time with family. We're going to be having a blast. But then next month, we're going to the Bahamas. November, we're going to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. We travel all over the world. We just came back from Nicaragua. How can you witness this lifestyle and say, "Well, yeah, it must be nice. Sounds too good to be true." Um, he hadn't had a job in 8 years. I was a state trooper. I was in the military. I'm not anybody any more special or any smarter or any better looking than any of you guys. I'm no more capable than anyone else to do what I've done. I just had the desire to do it, the belief that I could, and found the mentors to guide and support me along the way. And then executed on what they told me. And then fell in love with the process and the journey, not just the destination. So it's not a difficult task that's at hand here. It's just understanding that, you know, you don't know what you don't know. So like, let's have a conversation. I see people in my last company, um, man, all these leaders going back to work and getting jobs and going to work for the man and going back to being a good little slave. And they don't have to do that. Nobody has to do that. Even people that work right now don't have to do that. Anybody, I believe, anybody who has ever been capable of not working for someone, not being degraded to have to follow another human being's orders on what they do with their time and their life, anybody who's ever transcended that lifestyle can obviously do it again. Now, some people, I don't know. Some people I've learned a lot about people throughout the last 10 years. Some people, they're too content with being comfortable. They're too afraid of what other people are going to think. They're too um, programmed that they automatically conform to the masses. They can't do it. Someone looks at them wrong or says something, they're like, "Oh no, I'm too scared. I'm too scared to do this. I'm too scared to do that." They're not leaders. They're not leaders. I'm talking to leaders right now. I'm talking to leaders. If you're a leader, you shouldn't be at work. You shouldn't be you should be living a life on your terms, because the reason I pivoted when I did is because if I didn't pivot in August of 2020, I would have went back to work like so many others are doing around you. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say right now. I have a fire burning inside of my gut right now that's white hot, and I just want to get up on a mountaintop and with a megaphone and just like get the biggest crowd around me and inform them on what's going on. I have to do it in a professional manner, so I'm not. I'm trying to. I'm trying to. I'm trying to. I'm trying to say what I want to say without saying it. I'll just say this. You can obviously hear the passion inside of my voice right now. Any one of you who've known me still knows me. If you take into consideration when I left my company, so if you're a leader listening to this, and I don't know if anyone is, but I just have a feeling that it's going to probably get to someone who needs to hear exactly what I'm trying to say right now. If you happen to see this video and you're like, there's Justin. I know Justin. I've watched him speak on stage. I know who he is. I know what he's done. I know what he's capable of doing. But when he left, everybody said he was just this bad guy and that I shouldn't follow him. And he went from being this great person to this bad person because he chose a different professional path. And the people that told me these things about him wanted me to continue making them money. They did not want me to follow him. So they had a very strong motive to influence my thoughts about this particular person. You have to be a logical thinker. You have to think for yourself. Leaders think for themselves. Look at the people around you right now. Are the people that you are still associating with, are they going back to work? Do they have other streams of income? Are they living free? Are the people around them winning? Are their teams really winning? Are you really happy? Are you really winning right now? And I'm just being honest. I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm telling the truth here because somebody needs to hear it right now. I haven't gone back to work. I'm not going to go back to work. I have things that I might do to entertain myself. I just got my private investigator's license to do something during the day because I'm so bored and I haven't had a job in 8 years, and I look for things that I might enjoy doing during the day rather than binge watching Netflix and swimming in my pool and traveling. But I have options to do those things. And some of you have the same abilities, influence, and all the other attributes to live a fully autonomous lifestyle, to build a team, to influence others, to live their best life, to live an aspirational life yourself, yet are still being held back because of you're being influenced by those people around you and don't have enough mental fortitude to say, hold on, let's take a step back. Let's escape the bubble here for a second and look at reality. Who should I be listening to right now? What table do I want to be sitting at? The table that's hating and criticizing and make fun of everybody that's going off and doing different things, making posts on Facebook, laughing and trying to poke fun at these people that are trying to better their lives for their family. If they're having to tear people down to make themselves look better, do you think that's somebody worth following? Do you think that may be a sign of insecurity or fear saying, hey, let's tear their buildings down to make ours look taller? That's a weak position. I made a post about it last night before I went to bed. I've never met a hater in my life that I would want to switch places with. Never. Never. I got ridiculed. And it's funny because some of these people that are getting ridiculed right now on social media are the same people that laughed at me when I left, and now they're getting a taste of it. But see, I didn't. I won't. If someone leaves my business to go do something else, guess who I'm pointing the finger at? Myself. What could I have done better? What mistakes did I make that I may have failed as a leader that they would want to go work somewhere else? What opportunity am I part of that they can't win enough to where they're having to go feel like they need to win somewhere else? Quit blaming and pointing fingers and take some ownership. Put yourself in a position so that the people around you can win. Lead, lead, lead by example. Man, it sucks. And yeah, maybe it's a God thing. Maybe he separated me from certain people for certain reasons. Hey, I went through a dark time in my life. I made some horrible mistakes. I had, lapse in judgment and character and we all grow. We all make mistakes. We grow. I've given people things to talk about if they want to talk about me. But don't let don't let someone use a mistake someone makes in their life, maybe a personal mistake or something that someone goes through. Don't be so weak that you allow someone to take something. Everyone makes mistakes in life, regardless of the spotlight, regardless of their leadership. Everyone makes mistakes in their life. Don't allow someone to take something so little and use that to manipulate you about how you feel about a certain person to keep you under their umbrella so that you keep making them money. Because I will tell you from experience, people, some people don't care about you as much as they care what you can do for them. Everybody loves you until you become competition. Everybody loves you until you're not making them money anymore. But that's not how I operate. Ask anyone who's ever left my business and gone to do something else. I wish them the best. Hey, good luck. Crush it. I could think of countless people that have done that because I don't have a scarcity mindset that they're taking away from me by doing something else. No, go do whatever you want that you believe fits your lifestyle. I know where I'm going. I have no concern with what anyone else is doing. All I'm concerned with is the journey I'm on, who I'm becoming as a person, my leadership, who who I'm able to help by becoming and contributing, by being a person of value and contributing to those around me. And that's it. That's it. And here's the facts. Here's the facts. I'm doing it. I am doing it. And the way I've done it is because I help people get real results. I help people get real results. And man, I'm just rambling now. What's up, Rodney? He said, listen to those that are living the lifestyle you desire. That's absolutely right. Thanks, Danette. Appreciate you. Always forget to look at the comments on Facebook Live. I'm not recording a podcast right now, so I can just talk it up with you guys. But I'm extremely passionate about what's going on right now. I'm missing phone calls. I got to catch up with some people. I got some jujitsu to go train here in just a little bit. I'm just fired up about life. I'm fired up about life because I know how I don't know exactly how many years of consciousness I have left on this earth, but I know it's not 300 years. I know it's not another 100 years. I have a sense of urgency to accomplish what it is I'm set out to accomplish right now. I'm not waiting around for watching these other leaders, waiting to see who's going to make a move first or where they're going to go, or or I'm not worried about what people are going to think about me and my decisions, because people judge other people off their actions, but they judge themselves off of their intentions. People are so quick to point fingers and judge other people. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing to make a difference? Whew. All right. I'm getting fired up. I'm just going to stop for a second. Let me see. What's up, Danette? I remember that. That was sad and not right. You were not treated with respect. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Rodney, what's up, man? Oh, wow. Didn't think you saw me here. I see you, my man. Oh, that was a different Rodney that I was referring to earlier. There's two Rodneys on here. Look, guys, here's the thing. Let me just end with let me calm down, let my emotions subside a little bit, because I get passionate about this. I get passionate. I want people to live. I want, and I was just being interviewed on a podcast right before I got on here, so I'm full of vigor right now and excitement, because I was just spitting. So let me just let me just talk to you guys for a second. What do you want out of this life? Like, what is it that you desire out of this life? And it may be time with your family. It may be, um, to travel. It may be to, you know, have nice things. Um, I don't know what it looks like for you. If you could go, stop being a victim, get past the survivor mentality, and get to the creator mentality, and understand you are God's highest form of creation, and you are capable of anything and everything that you want to do on this earth. You're just being held back by your own limiting beliefs, or by those around you influencing you to not progress forward. But if you can remove all those barriers, remove the limiting beliefs, remove the external influences, external circumstances that you think are controlling your life, because they're not. If you relinquish control to external circumstances, you're not a leader. Take ownership for where you are in your life right now and say, what do I want? And how can I get there? And say, I'm going to swallow my pride, because a lot of the people I was referring to earlier, it's pride that's holding them back. You may have been one of the ones that made fun of me when I left. You may be one of the ones who were talking in those circles about he did this and he did that and he's going here, and whatever. I don't care. I don't care. I saw a lot of people's true colors, and when I left, and it is what it is. I don't care. You're not hurting me. You're not gonna beat me in a fight. You know what I mean? So it's like, what are you gonna do? Make fun of me or hurt my feelings? No. It hurt. Now, was I hurt when I left? I was a little bit. I was a little hurt when I left, because I didn't expect that. I've never had that happen to me before, to where I was uh, just thrown under the bus and drugged through the dirt because of where I was choosing to, uh, you know, the what I was choosing to build a business, or what I was choosing, and I did everything with ethics and integrity. How I transitioned, I did everything I thought to do correctly. Yet people still just hated on me. So I get it. I understand. And maybe you are one of those people. I don't care. I can get over it. We can talk. I want to see people win. Let's bury the hatchet. Let's talk and let's have a conversation. If we got on a phone call for 5 minutes, and I told you exactly the promo and all the things that I told you were going on this month with our team promo, company promo, and if let's just, this is hypothetical, no income claims here, completely hypothetical. This is just an example. If I could show you XYZ, do this, 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 put $15,000 into your bank account this month, cash in hand. If I said, I can show you a way, put 15 grand in your bank account this month, cash in hand, would you want to have a 5-minute conversation? And I say, this is how you do it. This is what it takes. This is exactly how to get it done. And if, let's just say, I already done it, and I've already done it before, and would have earned way more than that number with the activity level that I had when I got started. God, this is hard to say because only certain people are going to be able to understand and read between the lines of what I'm saying right now. But I don't want to not say something and the wrong person or the right person see this and not get the message. The simple message is we need to talk. We need to talk. Forget the past. Forget what you said. Forget who you heard this from this person and was told this about that and all the silliness that does not matter. What matters is the moment right now. The past does not exist. The future does not exist. The only thing that exists is right now. Where are you at in your life right now? Where are you at? Like, are you happy? If you're happy, keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. If you're looking around and you're a little unsure, maybe you should take in all the possibilities and make an educated decision on the best plan moving forward. I know some leaders selling their dream home right now. That sucks. Sad. I know several leaders that are going back to work. I'm talking about leaders that have influence. I've watched speak on stage in front of thousands of people and had the influence to live an amazing lifestyle. Good people, people that were close friends of mine, they're going back to work and living this life that they don't want to live because they're so worried about what their best friend's going to think about them. Oh, they think's their best friend. Wait till you pursue a different profession, see if they're still your best friend. Because if they are your best friend, they're going to be your best friend regardless of what you pursue professionally, as long as if it's ethically and morally, sound. But if they're your friend, they're going to be your friend anyway. So if you're worried if you're going to lose them as a friend because you're doing something, you're not making them money anymore, maybe you should take that into consideration. Are they really your friend? Regardless of all that, if you're happy, keep doing what you're doing. If you have even the slightest bit of curiosity, like, life's not like it used to be. Because I'm going to tell you, life for me is better than it's ever been in my life. Did I go through some really hard and dark times to lead me to this place? Yes, I did. Did I do everything perfectly? No, I didn't. Have I grown a lot in the last 10 years? Substantially. Regardless of all that, this is where I'm at now. Here's where I'm at today. Here's the opportunity that surrounds me right now. Here are the people who are around me, the leaders around me who are winning. The mentors that I have who are winning like no one I personally know and or have ever known is winning. You can't bring me someone who's winning like the mentors that I have around me who are winning. I've never met anyone since I've been alive like that are winning like that. It's like, what do you want to do? Just coast this thing out? You want to go back to your job, retire, get you a 401k and settle down, or do you want to say, you know what? I have something in me. I've proved it once. I'm ready to go prove it again. I've paid the price before, and you don't have to pay the price. We don't do old school traveling, meeting up, doing presentations, drawing on marker boards, Zooms every night. We don't do that stuff. Three-way calls. Nope. 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 We have true systems in place that can scale and leverage with a compensation plan that's extremely generous. And my life is living proof. My life is living proof. The proof is in the results. period. The proof's in the results. You guys know me. And now I'm not really talking to the generalized public anymore. I'm hoping someone shared this, and they probably shared it to make fun of me. They probably shared it to say, look, Justin's trying to reach these. I don't care why or how you're seeing it. I'm talking to you now. You're hearing it. You guys know me. You spent time with me. You know my heart. You know I wear it on my sleeve. What you see is what you get. If I fuck up in life, I'm going to tell you the truth and say, yeah, I screwed up. I made a mistake. I've grown from it. You won't see me out there now making those same mistakes. You won't see me out there now, figuring it out. I understand, and I know I can observe very, very clearly what's going on around me. I'm still connected through social media. I can see what's going on. I see and hear the conversations. I see all the stuff. I'm hyper vigilant. I notice. I notice things that most people don't notice. I hope I have your attention. This is all I want to say. Let's squash it. I forgive you. Hopefully you have forgiven me. Remove all the external barriers, walls that you put up, voices in all the voices and noise. Remove it all and say, what could it hurt? How could it hurt to have a 5-minute conversation? Let me just see if this is worth pursuing. Let me just see if my boy Justin here is on to something. It is pretty interesting that he's the only one still without a job. He's the only one that's still winning in this space. He must know something we don't. Maybe we should chat. And I'm just telling you, we should. Like we should. And I don't care if you call me or not. It's not going to change where I'm at. I don't need anybody to reach out to me. Do I want to rekindle some of those relationships? Do I want to see what we can do together and when we're positioned in a much better place to win? Would I love to see all of us winning together? Yes, I would. I would. I do. I want that. I do. It's a desire that I have, and it's a vision that I see very clearly. I was talking to Brett and Cindy Green last night on the phone, and I said, I already know it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know who it's going to be, but the clarity as far as what's going to unfold in the very near future, regardless of what events are taking place this month or, all that, it's going to play itself out. And I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time before we have the right people around us. Now, everyone around us that we've known in the past, probably not, nor do I want that. I believe that God will put the right people in the universe, will align the stars correctly for that to take place. I don't know what it looks like. I just know that it's going to be phenomenal. It already is phenomenal. But there's people who deserve it that are out there. There's people who deserve to have the lifestyle that they're capable of having. They just don't even, they're so lost now. Everything's so discombobulated because of all these different transitions and this person saying this and this person saying that. That's why you got to take a step back and quiet the noise around you and observe using logic and common sense and letting results don't 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 judge based off theory and skewed perspectives. Base your expectations off of what you can see and observe around you. And who you guys know me. You guys know me. You know me. I can and will help those who want to be helped. I have the business in place, systems in place. I have the experience having already done it. I'm not even going to say how much I've earned um, in accumulation over the last 10 years, but more importantly, in the last 2 years, because then it becomes a compliant issue. I can't say that. I don't even know what I can say. I don't want to say the wrong thing because I want this to find the right person. All I'm saying is we need to talk. We need to talk. Drop the pride, let the past go. Shoot me a text if you find this video. If you don't, if you're watching this, if you get to this point in this video, if you haven't already tuned me out, because I know I've been talking for 40 minutes. If you're at this point and you want to do something for me, that would be amazing. Would you just share this? If you know who I am, if you know where I come from, you're in that community, would you share this? Because if the right person sees it that doesn't have me blocked already, um, we can help them. We can help you too. Can help I really believe I can help anybody. I really believe I can help anybody. But a key leader I'm able to work with and help lots of people through them because leadership is important. Influence is important. And when you bring key leaders together, there's no limit to what we can do. There's no limit to the size, the impact that we can have, and the amount of people that we can reach. And when we all come together, I can see this already. I can already see this in my mind happening, getting around because I'm connected with leaders currently that are from my past, and talk to. In fact, don't even talk to me. Talk to them if you want to. Get their take on who I am and my leadership and what we do as a team and our culture and our productivity and what we have going on in the world. Like, ask around a little bit, but don't ask from biased people who have a negative agenda and don't want you to experience what it is we're experiencing because they want you to continue to pad their pocketbook. I don't care if you, I don't care. I'm not saying this with some agenda for me. I'm saying it for all of us. The intrinsic motivator for me, and I'm going to end with this. If you know me, has always been to serve. I was in the I was in law enforcement for 11 years, 3 of which I was a city police officer here in Lake Charles, 8 of which, or 7.5, almost 8 of which I was a Louisiana State Trooper. I was a SWAT operator. I taught defensive tactics for the state police. I was in the military for 7.5 years. I was held over on stop loss for a year and a half because I got deployed to Iraq right before I was getting out of the military. Served my country in Baghdad. We lost 35 guys in my unit. I've always served. I've always served. So you know just from that my heart, I have a servant heart. I'm not I don't do things only for myself. But when you're in a position like I'm in right now, it's win-win. Nothing drives me more than to impact someone's life in a positive way. Nothing drives me more than to see someone else win and even to play the smallest role in that. It's rewarding, it's fulfilling. But I also like to have fun. I also like to be around people who are like me, who are like minded, who are positive, who have a cup is half full perspective on this world, not pessimistic and the cup's half empty and nothing's going to work. And I don't want to be around people like that. I want to be around winners. I want the winners table to not have an empty seat. And the winners table that we're sitting at still has a lot of seats available. And the mission that we're on is going to take more. It's going to take more leaders. And we will find them because they're out there. And when we do, they're going to win just like we're winning. But what I don't want to happen is for one of those people to sit by and coast on out and just settle for less and lose their not only their dignity and self-respect but their standards and their self-image and let that drop back down and get this, you know, imposter syndrome, like, oh well, maybe I'm not the leader I thought I was. Maybe, it was a fluke that I had the business that I had for those few short years, and those thousands of people looked up to me and wanted to take pictures with me every time I walked off the stage. And maybe I'm just not who I thought I was. No, you are who you thought you were. You're just being guided in the wrong direction. You're being misled to think things that aren't necessarily true. You got to open your own mind back up, be a leader, observe what's going on around you, and make the most educated decision to move forward and position yourself in the best place to win. And you can't do that unless you know your options, unless you truly know who you're in business with and what kind of money they're actually making. And until we have that conversation, we don't progress as people. Sometimes you have to have the hard conversations. Sometimes you have to face conflict head on and not be a bitch and not be a sissy, for lack of better words, there as well. You got to face it and say, all right, dude, let's talk. Let's talk this thing out. What's going on? Hey, this is what, I know this was said when you left. I know I posted this. I know this happened. Look, emotions were flying. We were being told this. This was being said here. We were all afraid. We didn't want people on our team to follow you. We didn't want this to happen. Like, it was just all a big mess. It is what it is. Look, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry too. Sorry it happened all the way. Let's clean slate, drop the pride, let's face this like men and women and say, hey, here's where we're at in life. Where can we go from here? What do you have going on? Let's hear what you have going on. Like let's hear it out. What's the deal? Have that conversation. That conversation, by that one conversation right there, could be the difference in the rest of your entire life. It could mean the difference. You work in a job and for the next 10 years that you hate, and the difference in building a financial fortress around your family and living the lifestyle that you want around people that you like and enjoy being around, having fun, and realizing stepping back into who you really are. That one conversation could be the difference. I'm not exaggerating here. I'm not exaggerating here. The smallest decision could change the trajectory of your entire life. And I know this from experience. That could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. But change, although it may be scary at times, can be good. That's another place where growth happens, is in change and adapting to new things and expanding your horizon a little bit. And I'm willing to, I'm clearing the air right here. I had no intention of going here in this conversation, but since I'm here, I went with it. I'm willing to, to start new, to start over with anyone. And I'm willing to lock arms and run as far and as fast as any one of you want to go. If you remember anything about me, I move quickly. I say what I'm going to do, and I do it. If you remember when I was, uh, a lot of people are not going to understand this, but I was gold. I went up on stage. I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 thousand people. I think we're in Kansas City, and I said, I said in X number of months, I'm going to quit my job and walk away from the state police. Everyone questioned me. No one believed me. Even my own family were like, you better not do that. Biggest mistake you can make. But I said I was going to do it, and I did it. And it's been over 8 years, and I never went back. There was a person who I'm not going to say by name, who said, "When are you going to go platinum?" And I said, "I will go platinum." This is in my previous company. "I will go platinum before the cruise in November." He said, "You think you can do it?" I did this. I said, "I'll pinky promise you right now that I'll do it." He pinky promised me, got it done. 2 weeks before November 6th. I know this because it's my mom's birthday. Ironically, it's my little brother's birthday today. But I got it done on November 6th, 2014. No, yeah, 2014. Platinum. This same person, maybe even on the cruise that we were on as I'm a new platinum, comes up to me and says, "Hey, that was awesome. You did it. How quick do you think you can go double platinum?" Which is basically that entire process just about over again. I said, "I'll do it before the next cruise," which was like in 11 months. Pinky goes, "All right, Pinky promised me." And we had a couple drinks. We were being, kind of making light of this situation. But when I wasn't kidding around. I said, "All right, Pinky promised you." Boom. Did it again. Double platinum. Did what I said I was going to do. The, the week before I went double platinum in this company, the week before, once I realized it was numerically possible to achieve this goal, I called my mentor. I said, "Look, this week, it is now, I needed 5 people to hit 5 people that I had enrolled to hit a certain goal in order for me. 5 people, if you remember this comp plan, needed to go presidential that I enrolled in order for me to go double platinum." And I said, "These are all the things that have to happen." It was like, a lot of things had to happen. It was a mountain in front of me. But I said, "But it is numerically possible." And this mentor said, "I think you can do it." I said, "All right, I'm going to do it." And I hung up the phone. This was the night before that week started. I went to bed praying. Listen, and I'm not kidding here. I'm bringing back some memories here in my mind, and I'm gone long. I'm already an hour. I just don't really care anymore. Like if anybody sees it, they don't see it. I'm putting it out into the world. The night before that week started to where I could make all that happen, I couldn't sleep. I laid in my bed and I just started praying. I was like, "God, like, this is important to me. I believe that I can do it. I had a gut burning desire to get this done. Like, this is going to happen. Like, I'm not settling for less. Like, it has to, this is going to happen." And I just had just such an enormous amount of belief in this, that this was going to happen. And a lot of it was outside of my control a little bit. Like, some people had to do some things. Now I could do my best to influence them to do those things, but a lot had to happen. But before I hung up that phone, when he said, "I think you could do it," the last thing I said was, "I'm going to do it." And I hung up the phone. And I did it. I did it. I say all that to say, I do what I say I'm going to do if I'm convicted to do it. Now, have I made mistakes? Have I set out to do something that I didn't quite accomplish in life? Or am I perfect? Or have I lived a flawless life? No, 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 not even close. I don't claim to be perfect. I don't claim to have not made mistakes. I don't claim to be anything that I'm not. But I mean what I say. I have led lots of people to get to where they're trying to go. I've never asked anyone to do anything that I haven't done myself. So understand, everything that I'm saying can be done here, I've done. It's not theoretical to me. The point that I'm trying to make is there are people out there who can help you win. I guess I'm going back now, speaking to the general public. There are people out there who can help you win that win by helping you win. So you win because you're partnering with that person. They've already done what you're trying to do. They know how to do it, but to pull you up to where they're at, to help you get to where they've been is going to help them as well. Everybody wins together. So just understand that there are models in place that can that you can have people who have the knowledge that you want, or maybe in the position or in the business or in the or on the platform that you know that you need, and they can pull you right up, and they benefit by doing that. I'm not to say they wouldn't do it if they didn't benefit, and I'm not saying they're only helping you because it helps them, but people are busy, especially people who are successful and who may have that aspirational lifestyle that you're after. They're not just going to be like, hey, how can I mentor you? Let's grab dinner. They're too busy for that. But when you can put yourself in a position of value and say, hey, I will earn, I will earn your time. And they say, oh, this is a leader, a key leader, I need to invest my time in because it benefits us both. There are thousands of there's infinite opportunities like that out there in the world. There are millions of millionaires in the United States. You know, just understand. I gotta get off here. Just understand it's possible. Hopefully, at some point throughout this message, the right person saw what they needed to see. I'm going to leave it up. I'm tempted to delete this right now just because I feel like I opened up a little more than I maybe should have. But I did what I did. I said what I said. I'm putting it out to the world. I'm sorry for using, you know, a little bit of bad language. I was Sometimes I don't think when I'm getting really passionate about something, but I'm authentic. Like I said from the beginning, I'm real. I'm not fake. I'm not gonna act like one thing on here and then go be a different thing out there. What you see is what you get. But I want to help you guys. Like I want to be in business with my friends. I want to be around the people that I know and have known for years and have developed these relationships. I'm sorry some of our relationships were broken temporarily because of things that were happening in business and businesses that have now gone out of business and different leaders trying to tell different people different things. It just is what it is. I understand it. I understand why it happened. I made a whole video about why I left, when I left, and all that stuff. It's all pretty open and transparent at this point. But all that stuff aside, again, the only thing that exists is right now. It's right now. It's the present moment. And you are where you are in life because of who you are and the decisions that you've made and those that you've allowed to influence you. It is what it is. I'm where I'm at because of all the same things. We need to reconnect. We need to reconnect because I can see from where I'm at what's going on. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to you. You deserve better. You deserve more than what you're experiencing right now. You're capable of more than what you're experiencing right now. And I know they may have you believing that it's just this long journey of incremental steps to ultimately, hopefully, one day in years to come, be back to where you used to be. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. I was there month one. Month one. And with what's going on right now in this month, right now, you can dwarf what I did month one. My income went from 0 to 100. Like, like that when I got launched and where I'm at to now, right now. You can absolutely do not only the same thing, but way more because now I'm established. Now I've been here for 2 years. Now I have leaders around me. Now I have systems in place. I know what's going on. I know how to do it. I can lead you in a way better than I could before. I've developed relationships with mentors who are where we all want to be and have a direct connection to those people for you and for us as well. We are poised and positioned in a place that I've never seen anything like this in my life. How positioned we are right now to win. And I just want it for you. I want it for you. I want it for all of you. So, hope this message finds you well. Much love. God bless. If you find it in your heart to share this, if you find it in your heart to reach out to me, it will be well received. And I have your back. I'm telling you, I do. And I'm a fighter. I'm a warrior. You you will not be alone. There's no one that can do anything that's going to hurt you. There's nothing that anybody's going to say that can hurt your feelings because when you're winning, it don't matter. That's why nobody can say anything that's going to hurt me because I'm winning. What are you going to say? Oh, Justin. Duh, duh, duh. Okay. Okay. You know? All right. My wife's texting me. I'm missing phone calls. I'm going back to real life here. I just wanted to put this out there. I hope it finds you well. But don't sleep on this. It's September 7th right now, and I'm telling you what's happening right now this month. You do not want to miss. Trust me. I don't care if I have to stay on the phone tonight all night until tomorrow. I will talk to each and every one of you who wants to talk and inform you on what exactly is going on and let you decide what you want to do. Because I'm not going to try to influence you or convince you to do anything. I just want to inform you on what's going on because you do deserve to know. So, all right, much love. Take care. God bless. Let's go make it happen. Thanks for watching.